Hi, it's Marek from marmatherapy.org, and those of you who have been for treatments will probably have noticed that before we start a treatment we ask people if they have any scars, and that's a kind of surprising sort of thing to ask, because you may not have come for anything to do with scars. You might have a painful shoulder or neck or back or whatever the case may be, or we may just be coming for relaxation. But it's actually very important. The reason it's important is because of the way that Marma therapy works. So in the understanding of Marma therapy, in addition to the physical body, we also have an energy body. And according to Ayurveda, that energy body has some 72,000 channels. They're called Nadis in Ayurveda. We're probably more familiar with the term meridian, which we may have heard with acupuncture or reflexology. But these Nadis, they interconnect everything, all the different physical systems and the organs, and then they converge on certain points on the body, and these points are the marmas. This is why the marmas obviously are very important in treatment. However, if we have an accident and there's some cut on the body, or if we have surgery, and again if there's a cut to the body, then that cut can go through some of these channels, some of the nadis, and as it goes through, it can block some of them. And the thing is, when the flow of energy is blocked in some way, then this can have physical consequences. And those physical consequences can appear either on the place where the cut or surgery has taken place, or somewhere else in the body along the nadi or channel. So very often, for example, I'll be treating one area of the body and somebody will be telling me that they have a sensation in another part of the body because of these connections, these channels which flow through the body. So before an actual treatment, then we do a very simple scar treatment, and that involves, well, everything's very lovely and simple and natural in Marma therapy. It involves a simple procedure with a special blend of aromatherapy oils that are particularly good to support skin health and help to minimize scars. So that's what we do before we actually start a Marma therapy treatment. Interestingly, sometimes the scar treatment itself can be quite dramatic in its results. And one particular, perhaps one of the most dramatic, was something that happened in Italy a few years ago, where a mother brought a son who had been savaged by the family dog, and he had scars all over his face and head. He was also quite traumatized, because afterwards, after the incident, he had to go to hospital, he had investigations, he had treatments, he had operations, and the whole thing left him very upset. So I did the scar treatment for him, but initially he wouldn't allow me even to touch the skin. So I had to do the treatment above the skin. But after a couple of days, because we were doing the treatments daily, he gained confidence and allowed me to treat directly on the skin. So gradually the scars began to heal and to recede. Then I had to leave Italy. I gave the mother some of the oil. I explained to her how to do the treatment herself, and she continued doing it daily. After a couple of months, she contacted me and told me that not only had the physical scars disappeared, but also the emotional scars had gone, so all that trauma had left. So basically, that's why we do why we do scar treatments. But I'll read you a couple of other results as well, where one client who had a number of scars on her stomach, she'd had 2 C-sections, a hysterectomy, an appendectomy, keyhole investigation through the navel, and she said, quote, "The stomach feels completely different. It feels softer. Before, the scarring felt very protruded. Now it feels soft and gentle and not protruding." And somebody else with an appendix scar also said that she felt as if the scar had been removed. So that's why we treat scars. Good. Thank you. It's Marek from marmatherapy.org.